How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. When NASA say a mission is on track, it doesn't mean the risk is gone. Artemis 2, the mission that will send astronauts around the moon for the first time in more than 50 years, has passed some important tests recently. But behind the headlines, engineers are still watching several critical systems very closely. Because when humans leave Earth orbit and head towards the moon, there's no quick rescue. So the big question right now is this: is Artemis 2 really ready? Or are there still problems that could delay the mission again? So Artemis 2 is not just another space mission, it will be the first crewed flight of NASA's Orion spacecraft around the moon. 4 astronauts will launch on the Space Launch System rocket, travel hundreds of thousands of kilometers into deep space, loop around the moon, and then return to Earth. No human has gone this far from Earth since Apollo 17 in 1972. So let's have a look at the problems NASA has already faced since they've been trying to launch this mission. So in the past few months, Artemis 2 has already run into several technical issues. One of the most recent involved a helium flow leak inside the interim cryogenic propulsion stage. Helium might sound simple, but it actually plays a crucial role in pressurizing the rocket's fuel systems. So basically, if the flow isn't correct, the engines that push the spacecraft towards the moon could behave unpredictably. And that's the main reason why they decided to roll the SLS back to the VAB building, also known as the Vehicle Assembly Building. That kind of rollback might actually look dramatic, but it's actually part of NASA's safety culture. After the Challenger and Columbia disasters, NASA have been a lot more cautious about human spaceflight. So if any engineers see anything unusual, then they're going to be rolling it back to the VAB. Another thing you need to understand, even after fixing a problem, NASA doesn't simply assume everything is fine. Every system has to go through tons of tests. For Artemis 2, one of the most important steps is the wet dress rehearsal. This is essentially a full launch simulation. The rocket is loaded with super cold liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, just like it would be on launch day. Engineers then monitor pressures, temperatures, and leak rates across the entire system. And the goal is they're looking to see if there are any leaks in that. And then they make sure the rocket behaves exactly the way it should under real launch conditions. If anything looks unusual, even a small pressure change, the countdown can be stopped immediately. So after the last few months of testing and reviews, NASA is currently targeting a flight on April the 1st, and hopefully that goes to plan. Even after that date, there's still a little bit of flexibility, because depending on the moon's orbit, around April the 1st, and there's also a window around April the 3rd and also April the 6th if things don't work out on the 1st of April. So there's a couple of options then, but if there are problems, then they're going to be rolling it back to the VAB, guys. Yes, at this point, we really just have to be patient. Right now, the rocket is back inside the VAB, and NASA's engineers are going through all the critical checks that need to happen before this crewed mission can actually move forward. A lot of these things we've already talked about on the channel. There were hydrogen leak checks during the propellant tests, and more recently NASA's been looking closely at the helium pressurization system in the upper stage. But none of this is unusual for a mission like Artemis 2. But it does mean the engineers want to be absolutely right before they send this thing back out to the launch pad. Okay, so that's the latest update on the Artemis 2 mission. Moving forward, I'm going to be live streaming the Artemis 2 launch on April the 1st. So you're going to see both videos. You're going to see live stream videos, and you're also going to see me put my long form videos on there, which I'm already doing anyway. I live streamed the James Webb Space Telescope probably about 4 years ago, and that was a great success. I had a lot of people on there. We had a lot of people in the admin and stuff like that helping me stop scammers and things. So it was good fun. We had a lot of people asking questions. A few million people sort of tuned into that. And hopefully it's going to be just as successful this time. So yeah, that's just a little update that we're going to be live streaming it. And also one of my regulars who watches the videos, Martin, appreciate your help last time. You were helping to answer questions people wanted to know about the James Webb Space Telescope mission. Yeah, if you want to join the admin team, Martin will probably be in there. It's entirely up to you guys. The last time it really helped me because obviously I work full time, so I can't answer questions all the time. So if you want to help me out, well, if there's a couple of hours when you're not working, you can get in the admin and sort of answer questions, or sit back and just watch the whole thing. It's entirely up to you. I'm hopefully going to live stream the whole thing from the launch all the way to the orbit, to the moon and back. So that's the plan really. So we're going to be doing live streaming on top of the normal video. So anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you in the next video, guys.